All right, let's dive into meditation. You're looking for better focus, better sleep, and just feeling, well, better overall, right?
Sounds about right.
You gave us a ton of articles and studies, and we found some wild stuff.
Yeah. Like what?
Like at this, meditation could actually replace sleep in some cases.
Really? That's interesting.
We'll get to that, I promise.
Yep,
But
we
first, I
will.
want to introduce our expert. They're like the master of making sense of all this complex stuff.
Happy to be here.
So one thing that keeps popping up, meditation isn't just one thing, is it?
No, definitely not. A lot of people think, sit cross-legged, empty your mind.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's what I always thought, too.
But it's more like, think of it like exercise.
Okay.
You wouldn't do the same workout for a marathon as you would to build muscle.
Totally. So how do we figure out which meditation is right for us? Is there a personality test or something?
I wish. That would be amazing.
Right.
But there are clues we can look for.
Okay, I'm listening.
One of the most interesting things I found was this study. It was published in Science called A Wandering Mind is an Unhappy Mind.
Catchy title.
And it found that people are happier when their minds are present, like in the moment.
Even if they're, like, thinking happy thoughts.
Even then, a wandering mind, even with positive thoughts, equals less happiness.
Wow.
It's like our minds are designed to be engaged with right now.
Makes sense, but then if I'm meditating and I'm thinking about, my to-do list, does that mean I'm messing it up?
Not necessarily. It's normal for our minds to wander, especially when you're starting out.
I'm good.
The key is to gently bring your attention back to whatever you're focusing on. Could be your breath, a word, even a feeling in your body.
Like training a puppy.
Exactly. Patience, practice, and your mind gets better at staying present.
So not about emptying your mind, but guiding it. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I was thinking, people are wired so differently.
absolutely.
Some people love to think and analyze and go inward. And others are like super tuned in to what's going on around them.
And that actually ties into a key concept in neuroscience.
Ooh, tell me more.
It's called, well, it's two things. Interoception versus exteroception.
Okay, those are big words.
So interoception is your awareness of what's going on inside your body, your heartbeat, your breath, how your stomach feels.
Interesting.
Exteroception is your focus on the outside world, sights, sounds, touch.
And we all fall somewhere on that spectrum, right?
Right. Everyone's a little different.
So how do we know which side we're on?
Well, there's a simple test you can try.
Ooh, I love a good test.
Try to count your heartbeats without taking your pulse.
Okay, so just feel it.
Yeah, just feel it. If you can do that, that means you probably have a strong interoceptive awareness.
So if I'm like totally lost, that means I'm more exteroceptive.
Could be. And that can affect how you experience meditation.
I knew it. So like if I'm good at that heartbeat thing, I might enjoy meditations that focus on my breath or body sensations. And if I'm more tuned into the outside world, I might prefer focusing on sounds or objects, right?
You're getting it. It can really make a difference.
This is fascinating. It's like instead of fighting how we're wired, we can use it to find the right type of meditation.
That's the idea. And sometimes the most effective meditation is actually the one that feels hardest at first.
Wait, really? Why?
Because it's challenging the parts of your mind that need it most.
Like a mental workout.
Exactly. So if you're easily distracted, focusing inward during meditation can be incredibly helpful.
And if I'm always stuck in my head, then maybe focusing outward would be better for me.
Exactly. You're building that mental flexibility.
Right, like being able to switch between the inner and outer world.
And that's super important for managing stress.
Speaking of stress, I've heard that breathing is really important in meditation.
It's crucial. Our breath is so powerful.
It's more than just keeping us alive.
Way more. It's like a direct line to your nervous system.
Okay.
You can actually use it to change how we feel.
Whoa, so just by breathing differently, I can change my mood.
Yep. Inhale-focused breathing can boost your energy,
Really?
while exhale-focused breathing helps you relax.
It's like a built-in mood changer.
Right there in your nose.
That's so cool. So if
Yeah.
I'm stressed, I just focus on those long exhales.
Exactly. And if you need an energy boost, try some powerful inhales.
Mind blown. I'm ditching the coffee for power inhales.
Give it a shot. You might be surprised.
Okay, I will. So we've talked about how even short meditations can be helpful.
Absolutely.
Is there a magic number of minutes we should aim for?
Consistency is more important than how long you meditate for.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's this research from Wendy Suzuki's lab at NYU.
Oh yeah, I've heard of her.
They found that just 13 minutes a day can improve mood, focus, even sleep.
13 minutes, that's not bad. But can you do even less?
Definitely. Even shorter sessions, especially when you're just starting.
But 5 minutes of focused breathing would still help.
Absolutely. It's like training a muscle.
Again, with the muscles.
Short, consistent workouts are better than those random marathon sessions.
Okay, I could do that.
Find what works for you and stick with it.
What about all the other stuff I've heard about meditation? Like chanting mantras or visualizing or sitting in weird positions.
Those things can definitely enhance the practice, for sure.
Okay,
But at its core, meditation is about awareness, training your attention.
got it.
Simple breathing exercises, focusing on your body, that's all you really need.
Like the fancy workout gear. It's nice, but not essential.
Exactly. You got it.
Speaking of essential, you mentioned that meditation could replace sleep, right?
So traditional meditation, not quite a replacement, but there are specific techniques that can improve sleep quality and even reduce how much sleep you need.
I'm intrigued. Which ones are we talking about?
Two come to mind, yoga nidra and NSDR,
NSDR, what's that stand for?
non-sleep deep rest.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
They both use body scans, visualizations, gentle instructions to guide you into deep relaxation.
So like a guided meditation for relaxation.
Pretty much. And the cool thing is, research suggests that practicing these regularly can reduce how much sleep you need, but you still function just as well.
Wait, so I can sleep less and still feel great. Sign me up. How do I try these techniques?
You can find guided meditations online or through apps.
Cool.
Start with a shorter session, maybe 10-15 minutes,
Okay.
and gradually increase it as you get comfortable.
Makes sense. Quiet space, no distractions, right?
Yeah, exactly. Set yourself up for success.
You know, I was thinking about that whole interoception and exteroception thing.
Yeah,
Some people are more tuned in to their body, others to the outside world.
absolutely.
Do you think that affects how people experience these deep relaxation techniques?
I bet it does. Someone who's super interoceptive might find it easy to do those body scans,
Makes sense.
while someone who's more exteroceptive might connect more with the visualizations.
It's all about finding what works for you.
That's the key takeaway here. And speaking of finding what works, I've been working on a technique called space-time bridging.
Space-time bridging. Okay, that sounds intense.
It's actually pretty simple. It helps you move between internal and external awareness and across different time scales.
Time scales. What do you mean?
Like thinking about the present moment, then expanding your awareness to the past, the future, even the vastness of space.
Whoa, I'm getting a little existential over here.
It's about gaining a new perspective.
Okay, color me intrigued. How does it work?
Start by closing your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, focus on the feeling of your breath,
Got it.
then open your eyes, shift your focus to your hand, keep noticing your breath.
Okay, so moving from inside to outside.
Then choose a spot in the room, maybe 10-15 feet away, focus there for 3 breaths, still aware of your breath.
I like it. It's like we're zooming out.
Now look at the farthest point you can see, the horizon, a distant tree.
Wow, this is really expanding my awareness.
Now for the final step, think about this. You're a tiny being on a giant planet floating in space.
Okay, my mind is officially blown.
Hold that awareness for 3 breaths, then close your eyes back to your breath for 3 more.
Wow, that's powerful. Like a journey through different levels of awareness.
Exactly. And by practicing this, you train your mind to shift focus easily.
I can see how that would be helpful for stress, focus, everything.
It can even foster a sense of awe and wonder.
I love that. I'm definitely adding space-time bridging to my meditation toolkit. It's like there's so many different ways to meditate,
Yeah, it's amazing.
and they all have these unique benefits.
For sure.
We've covered a lot today. The science of focus, the power of breathing, those deep relaxation techniques.
Yeah, it's been a great conversation.
And your space-time bridging, that was
I
awesome.
love that technique.
But before we wrap up, I have one more question.
Shoot.
We talked about all these benefits, being present, managing stress, sleeping better.
Right.
But can we really get all that from just a few minutes a day?
You know, that's the beauty of meditation. Even short bursts can make a difference.
Okay, so like how short are we talking?
Remember that study from Wendy Suzuki's lab?
The 13-minute one.
Yeah, just 13 minutes a day, improved focus, mood, sleep.
13 minutes is definitely doable.
Right. And you can even do less.
Really? Like how much less?
Some research suggests even 1 minute of focused breathing can have positive effects.
1 minute. Wow.
The key is consistency.
So it's better to meditate for a few minutes every day than to try to squeeze in an hour once a week.
Exactly. Think of it like, working out.
You're going to say it, aren't you?
Short, frequent workouts are better than those sporadic marathon sessions.
All right. You win. I get it. Consistency is key.
It really is.
So, any last words of wisdom for our listener as they start their meditation journey?
Just remember, it's a process. It takes time.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong way to meditate.
That's good to hear, because I'm sure my mind will wander.
It's normal. Just gently bring your attention back.
To my breath.
To your breath, to your focus, whatever you're working with.
Okay, got it.
And be patient with yourself. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Patience. I need to work on that.
It's a journey, not a destination.
I like that.
It's about creating a new relationship with your mind and body.
And the benefits go beyond just the time you spend meditating, right?
Absolutely. It affects how you handle stress, how you connect with people, how you experience the world.
That's amazing.
It really is.
Well, this has been an incredibly insightful deep dive. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. I hope this inspires our listener to explore the world of meditation.
I think it definitely will. We'll be sure to include links to all those studies and resources in the show notes.
And if you discover anything cool or have questions, let us know. We love to hear from our listeners.
Always up for another deep dive, right?
Always.
That's it for this episode of The Deep Dive. Keep exploring, keep learning, and we'll see you next time.